So, man, you know what? Thanks again for taking the time today. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to that Utica card. It's actually not too far down the road from where I'm at. And I wanted to congratulate you as well on the Silva win. And here you are, looking to make it 5 in a row. Now, are you surprised? And I know the rankings are what they are, but are you surprised you're not ranked at this point and there's guys with fewer wins who are?
Hey, kind of, but honestly, it's a popularity contest for the most part, so it's kind of stupid, and I don't even really pay attention to the rankings.
Fair enough, but that having been said, do you think Gillespie might be the one to put you there? Because he's coming in on a good run of his own.
I mean, maybe, but in all reality, like, if I beat him, he's not even near being ranked either, so, like, why would I be ranked after this? You know what I mean? That's just the way I look at it.
Fair enough. Now, he does have a bit of a name, albeit I think a lot of the criticism is, what do you know about him? He's that guy who likes fishing. But he is coming in 11-0, decorated wrestler, 4-time All-American. Is that something you've been focusing on, preparing for his wrestling game?
Nah, I've been working on it, but I'm more focusing on my strengths and making the fight my fight instead of his fight. He's obviously a really good wrestler. I'm not looking to wrestle him the whole time. I'm looking to knock his head off. So I'm more focusing on my strengths, but that's not to say I'm not practicing my defense for his wrestling. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Now, just in general, I mean, we talked last time. You were doing cryotherapy. We spoke about, training smart as you get older. Are you doing anything else different this camp? How's it been overall?
Actually, I am. I'm still doing the same stuff. However, I added a new guy to my team. I got a Dr. Manasseh, who's a sports medicine doctor at Smart Spine Institute, where I go to see him. But he's been working on me. You know what I mean? Working on my muscles, keeping my body from seizing up, keeping me from feeling my age. And I actually feel really great. Like, I'm able to explode now, like I was in my early 20s. While I'm training, and even like today, like Eve and Joe Schilling and Matt were like, "Fuck, man, like you're like we can't even tell you're 35, bro. Like I had no clue you were 35 because you're the way that I'm moving and my explosiveness." So, like I have a lot of confidence in my body, my abilities right now. I'm super healthy. I'm not one injury right now, which is kind of ridiculous. Usually, I'm sort of banged up. You know what I mean? Like either my hands hurt or my shins are sore. You know what I mean? There's always something that bothers us in fights. And this one I'm completely healthy, which is like kind of weird to me. You know what I mean? I'm not used to not having any type of injury or soreness going into a fight or even fight week.
What do you accredit that to? I mean, is it this new doctor that you're working with? Is it just training smart overall?
I think it's a combination of all of it. You know what I mean? Like I've changed my training. I'm still training hard. I'm getting my hard rounds in. However, I'm being a little smarter about it. You know what I mean? I'm not overdoing myself. Like, a big problem with me just hurting myself. Like, I have a big issue with being too stupid to know when to say no. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still training hard. I'm still getting my work in. I've added a Dr. Manasseh to my regiment, so he's been helping me a lot. But I feel great. Like I'm still able to work really hard and get all my rounds in like I was before. But now I'm taking care of myself better. So like I said, I don't have any kind of injuries. There's nothing ailing me. Like I'm not even sore or like hurting at all like that, like I usually am. My conditioning is just stupidly good right now. So I'm ready for this fight. I know he's going to come after me, and I'm looking to come after him. So give me a good fight. I'm stoked for it.
Now, how did you get involved with this Dr. Manasseh? Is this something where you sought him out? Was he recommended to you?
Actually, I had a friend, a training partner, Rich Leroy, who I trained with, and he's been trying to get me to see this guy since 2014, honestly. He's been trying to get me to see this guy, and I've always kind of been like, nah, because to me, doctors are fucking assholes, bro. Like, they're just out to get your money most of the time. So I hate doctors. I don't like seeing doctors. And so in my eyes, I was like, I'm not going to give money to this guy who doesn't give a shit, yada, yada, but I was having a lot of back problems actually in my Silva training camp, and then it was bothering me a little bit in this camp. And since I've been seeing him, having him work on me, or actually let me back up a little bit. I was having this back pain that was going on that was kind of restricting me a little bit. And I told Rich, like, you know what? Let me see your doctor. I mean, if he's good as you say he is, I want to try him out and hopefully he can do something for me. And my buddy Rich coach was like, yeah, like, he's like, one session with this guy and you'll notice the difference. And I actually did. And that one session, the first session, I was like, sure, let's see this guy. So the first session, I noticed a huge difference in my pain and my mobility. So I've been seeing him ever since. You know what I mean? I see this guy twice a week for recovery stuff and to keep me healthy and activated, honestly, to keep me going. So, like, a big, huge shout-out and thanks to him for keeping me healthy, honestly, and able to train as hard as I do, but without the injuries.
Well, it's awesome to hear because most of the time when you talk to a fighter who's coming out of a camp, a week to go, they've got those little nagging injuries. So if you're coming out with no injuries, that is fantastic news.
Yeah, I have nothing. I mean, nothing on me is sore or hurting or, you know what I mean? Like, I have some cuts and bumps, like, I have some cuts and, like, stuff like that from the cage, but, aside from stupid crap like that, like, I'm 100%, which is, honestly, this will probably be, like, maybe the second or third time in my whole career that's ever even happened.
All right, now, getting back to the fight a little, Joaquim Silva was undefeated. Gregor Gillespie is undefeated as well, 11-0. The UFC seems to like pairing you up with these undefeated guys on runs for some reason. Do you take a little bit of pride in that and, taking their perfect record away?
A little bit. There's a sense of pride in, like, knowing that I'm going to be the guy that shuts this two down. But after the first, Gregor Gillespie will be the fourth guy in my career that I've handed his first loss to. So it's nothing I haven't done before, and it's nothing that probably won't be the last time either. So I'm just a pit bull, and when the UFC needs me to beat the hell out of whoever they need me to do, that's what I do. And right now, they're using me to give these guys their first losses, so that's my job, and that's what I'm going to do.
Now, obviously, he's right in front of you, and I don't want you to look past him too much, but last time we spoke, one of the things you mentioned was Ally Aquinta being a guy who you'd wanted to fight for a bit, and obviously we saw what happened with him at UFC 223, gets the title shot through just a bizarre set of circumstances. What do you think of all that, and what did you think of his performance against Khabib?
I feel like Al did really good against Khabib. He didn't even train for the guy, and he did very well. Finish him, which Khabib finishes most of his opponents, either by submitting him or by just smothering him, getting the TKO, and get the referee stoppage. So I think Al did a really good job, honestly, for not having trained for him at all and taking the fight with such notice. However, I feel it's bullshit that it was a title shot and Khabib's the champion now because, in my eyes, Tony Ferguson is still the champ. He won the interim belt. So, the fight between Khabib and Al, I don't feel like Khabib is truly the champion. But, who knows? Shit works out the way it works out. And I don't really have a say in it. I let the politics do what the politics do. And I'm the fighter, so I do what I need to do.
And I was going to ask you whether or not you thought Khabib was kind of a legit champ or a paper champ, and whether it was Conor or Tony or whoever else who really should be in there.
I think it's Tony, honestly. Like, McGregor won the belt. He's the champ, and then he's been out for how long, you know what I mean? And he went into boxing, he was on stupid bullshit. So I think UFC should have stripped that title from him, and then, you know what I mean? Like they did, and let Tony face Kevin Lee for the interim. Tony wins the interim. So to me, in my eyes, Tony Ferguson is the champion right now.
All right. Now, the other thing I wanted to ask you, and this is kind of out of left field, but hey, I'm gonna go to it, because just yesterday, really, we learned that the UFC is going to leave Fox at the end of this year. They're going to go to ESPN, and the amount of money involved, when you add up the streaming deal and the broadcast deal, $300 million per year. Do you look at that and kind of stop and go, wow, am I getting paid enough? Or is that just a business deal and you pay it no mind?
That kind of stuff I don't really pay no mind. Like I said, I let the suits do what the suits do, and I'm the fighter, so I do what the fighter does. I think that's like awesome. That's a lot of money, and Jesus fucking Christ, you know what I mean? But it'd be nice to get paid more money, but I do pretty well, honestly, in fighting, and I'm not a greedy person, so I have no problem with working my way up and building myself. You know what I mean? This will be my third fight in this contract, so after I get this big win, I'll obviously be able to negotiate, I think, with them and try to get myself a little more money, which would be cool. But like I said, I'm not a greedy person. Honestly, I love fighting. So if they paid me $10,000 and I made money off it, like, I'm happy, honestly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just love fighting. So and I did it for free for my whole life until I started training in 2007. And then I did it for another couple of years for free, or actually was paying money to fight. So, I mean, it's just something that I love to do. Money is something that I think about afterwards, you know. To me, it's just doing what I want to do and being happy with myself and what I'm able to do, and the money will come.
Well, there's definitely something to be said about getting to do what you love, and at this point, at least making money for it as well. So, definitely not a bad thing.
There's so many people that have shitty jobs, dead-end jobs, that hate their fucking job, and they're always like, I want to do this, I want to do that, but honestly, like, I kind of understand people being a lot scared to jump and make that leap, but, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta chase your passion and just know that things will work out the way they need to, and money will come to you. You put your heart and soul into everything.
All right, now if all goes well, you're going to be 5-0 coming out of this. That's going to put you in a great spot for a new contract. But as far as the fight goes, what's your prediction for this? I know you said you want to avoid his wrestling. You're looking to knock his head off. How do you think this ends?
Honestly, I'm going for the knockout, of course, but that's not to say if I see a submission, I'm not going to take it. You know what I mean? I'm looking to knock his head clean off, or I'm looking to choke his head clean off. Either way, I'm going for that finish just like he is. So I don't really have a prediction per se, like for sure a thing that I want to do. It's just whatever he gives me, I'm going to take. You know, however he wants to lose is the way that I'm going to let him lose.
All right, that's awesome, man. Hey, I really want to thank you again for the time today. I'll tweet this out to you. I'll give it to you once it goes live, and really looking forward to this fight, man. It's going to be a good one.
Awesome, me too. Thank you.
No problem, man. Hope the gas prices don't get you too down.
I'm just hoping that New York or MMA doesn't become illegal in New York again once I murder this guy.
Oh, I think you just made a headline with that one. That's a great quote. All right, man. Have a good one. Talk to you again soon.
Thank you, you too.
Take care.